Good afternoon, dear friends. Today I want to share with you my thoughts on a topic that is of great importance in everyone's life. I'm talking about the power of perseverance. Many of us face obstacles on the way to our dreams and goals. At such moments, it may seem that all efforts were in vain, and we are overcome by the desire to give up. But it is then, dear friends, that the true power of perseverance manifests itself. Perseverance is not just a desire to keep going forward, it is a deep belief that every step forward brings us closer to our goal, even if it doesn't seem so obvious right now. History knows countless examples when people with unwavering will and perseverance have achieved the almost impossible. Take, for example, the story of Thomas Edison, who conducted more than 10,000 experiments before he was able to invent a working light bulb. Every failed experiment did not force him to retreat. On the contrary, he saw each failure as another step towards success. This example shows how perseverance can overcome even the most seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Or let's remember the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series of books. Her manuscript was rejected 12 times by different publishers before the book was finally published. She did not give up, did not lose faith in her story, and continued to offer it until she achieved success. Today, her books are loved by millions of people around the world. Friends, the bottom line is that perseverance allows us to keep going forward, despite all the difficulties. It gives us the strength to stand up when we fall, and makes it possible to achieve goals that seem unattainable. It is important to understand that perseverance is not a single act, but a way of life. It's accepting every failed test as an opportunity to learn and keep moving forward. It's believing in yourself and your strengths, even when no one else believes in you. Remember, dear friends, perseverance is the key to any achievement. Whether it's a dream of starting your own business, striving to become the best in your field, or a desire to change the world for the better, perseverance will be your most reliable ally. Perseverance is not just a characteristic or a skill. This is a personality trait, a virtue that distinguishes successful people from losers. But what does it really mean to be stubborn? First, perseverance is the ability to keep moving forward despite obstacles and setbacks. It is the ability to keep the focus on your goal without being distracted by external circumstances or temporary difficulties. Perseverance does not mean the absence of fear or doubt. Each of us from time to time is faced with self-doubt and self-reliance. True perseverance is the ability to move forward, even when fear shackles our souls and doubts pull us back. There are many stories about people who have been able to reach incredible heights out of literally nothing, thanks to their unshakable faith in themselves and fierce perseverance. These stories are inspiring because they remind us that a dream backed by perseverance is a powerful engine of progress. Perseverance is important not only in achieving big goals. This principle is equally relevant in everyday life, whether it's learning a new skill, working on family relationships, or overcoming personal problems. Perseverance helps us not give up when everything seems impossible. However, stubbornness sometimes hides behind stubbornness, and it is important to be able to distinguish between these two concepts. Perseverance implies the ability to flexibly approach obstacles, look for alternative ways and solutions without losing sight of the ultimate goal. Stubbornness forces us to bang our heads against the wall, unwilling to change our strategy or approach, even when it is obvious that the current path does not lead to success. It is also important to understand that perseverance takes time. There is usually no instant success. Great things require patience, time, and continuous effort. Every step forward, even the smallest one, brings us closer to our goal. Remember, perseverance is a choice. This is a strength that we can develop in ourselves by deciding not to give up, no matter what. Keep going forward, even when it seems that everything is lost. It is then, on the threshold of complete despair, that the greatest achievements are often born. Today, let's reassess our attitude towards the obstacles in our path. Let's learn to see them not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Let's develop the power of perseverance so that one day we can tell ourselves, I did it. I have come this way. I have achieved my goal. We know from the great pages of history that every meaningful success begins with a dream. But what makes the dream move? What turns invisible aspirations into tangible realities? This is perseverance. Perseverance is not just the will to win, it is the desire to keep moving forward, despite all obstacles and setbacks. The great minds of the past said that success is to go from defeat to defeat without losing enthusiasm. And there is a deep truth in these words about the power of perseverance. Perseverance is when you fall 7 times and get up the 8th. Every failure teaches us something new. Every obstacle makes us stronger. The real power of perseverance is not to never fall, but to always get up. Think about it, all the great achievements of mankind were made by those who did not know the word surrender. Edison made thousands of failed attempts before inventing the light bulb. Abraham Lincoln lost many elections before becoming one of the greatest presidents of the United States. This power is in each of us. Perseverance is not a gift, it is a choice. The choice to keep moving when everything seems futile. It's self-belief when the whole world tells you to stop. Perseverance is also the ability to see inevitable failures not as obstacles, but as steps on the way to your goal. Every failure is another chance to become better, wiser, stronger. However, it is important to understand that perseverance does not mean stubbornly following the same path in the hope of different results. A stubborn person knows when it's time to change the strategy, when it's time to bypass an obstacle from the other side or climb a new step. Yes, the path to success is thorny and long, but remember that every step forward is a step towards your dream. There is nothing more powerful in this world than human perseverance. It is a spark that can grow from the ashes of defeat into the blazing flame of success. Thomas Edison said, "Failure is just an opportunity to start over, only smarter," and these words highly reflect the essence of perseverance. Failures should not break us. They should become a source of new knowledge and motivation for us to take further action. Perseverance requires the right attitude to time. There is no need to expect immediate results. All great things take time. Muhammad Ali, a famous boxer, once said, "The days when you don't train don't count." This means that the investment of time and effort must be constant, even if the results are not immediately visible. Perseverance is also the ability to listen to criticism and use it for your own growth. Giving up on protecting our ego and being willing to learn from mistakes makes us stronger and wiser. And finally, perseverance requires us to be able to rest and recover. This does not mean giving up. It means giving yourself time to recuperate in order to move forward again with renewed vigor. Today, here and now, I urge you to discover the power of perseverance in yourself. Don't be afraid to set ambitious goals for yourself. Do not be afraid of failures. They are only an important part of the process. Take into account, train, develop. Remember that every step forward is an approximation to your dream. There are no barriers that cannot be overcome by the power of perseverance. Never give up. Keep moving forward, because that's how the greatest goals are achieved.